Hi, this is American English with Linda. I'm starting a new series, Phrase by Phrase, and it will talk about conversations between hello and goodbye. But this is part one, and it's actually going to be expanding the hello and goodbye part. So I want to mention that past videos included the basics like the alphabet and sounds, basic vocabulary, basic grammar structure, but now let's move to the next stage, learning by meaningful phrases and simple sentences. I want you to match a thought to a phrase and learn the phrase, not word by word. I will also sometimes include those videos like the up videos and the one verb at a time videos that many of you have liked, but I will mix them up with these other videos about conversations. After you say hello and before you say goodbye, a conversation happens. Most videos in this phrase by phrase series will be the middle conversation part. But this first one is about expanding hello and goodbye. You probably know how to say hello and goodbye, but I want to make you have more choices on how to say that. So let's start with the blue guy here. He says hello. He could also say hi, greetings, hey there. And then, good to see you, or it's good to see you, or it's good to see you again. Now, sometimes there may be a need to tell your names, but I'm not going over the my name is and what is your name. You should know that. Then you ask, how are you? Other ways to say that would be, how are you doing? How are things? How's it going? How do you do? That's very formal. And usually only for the first time that you might meet someone in a formal, in a formal situation. But sometimes the people don't use how. They say what. And so this little green and off-color orangey looking conversation is about the what version. What's happening? What's up? What have you been up to? Or what have you been up to lately, they might say. What's going on? What's going on with you? What's going on with you these days? Now, if it's a what question, the answer would be something like this. Nothing. Nothing much. Not much. The usual. Same old, same old. Same old, same old is the same old things that always happen are still happening. Same old, same old. And if they ask the blue questions with how, you would say, fine, well, good, great, okay. Or you might say, I'm fine, I'm well, or I'm doing fine, I'm doing well, or any of the others. Now, if you say not bad, I put a star by that because you don't usually say, I'm doing not bad. You would just say not bad by itself. But those are possible answers that are pretty common. And then you throw the question back with and you, or how about you, or what about you? Or you could repeat all those other questions that I gave you earlier. And the other person, the blue person here, would respond with those same, I'm fine, I'm good, great, etc. You could use those again. Usually, you don't give actual information. Just be polite. However, if something very good or very bad has happened, you might say, fantastic, I just got promoted at work. Or, not so good, I just got fired. Then the conversation begins about that. Now, the next thing is the conversation itself. The conversation itself will be the topic of future videos. We're just getting the before and after in this first video. So you want to end the conversation. How to end a conversation? Well, it's getting late, you might say, or I don't want to take up any more of your time. It was good, or it was a pleasure to meet you, or it was good or a pleasure to talk to you or with you. It was good or it was a pleasure to see you or to see you again. Now you pick out one or two or three of those and practice those. You don't have to memorize all of these, but use the ones that you think will help you. After the conversation, you say a goodbye, like goodbye, bye, so long, see you later, see you next time, talk to you later, let's talk again soon. And then a well-wishing type of phrase, have a good day or have a nice day, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a nice weekend, stay well. Any of those will work to end the conversation on the blue person's side. The other person might say, you too, or same to you, meaning I want you to have a nice day or a nice evening also. And then they may, or you may want to say another goodbye. Bye, so long, see you later, all those others you can choose from. Now here's a bonus lesson. What if you are speaking to a large crowd? May I have your attention? And then the 3 stars mean you wait, a pause. Because they're talking, wait till they get quiet. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. And you may not say any of these phrases after that, but you might. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, my fellow students, if you're at school, or good evening, my fellow staff members, or my friends, if it's a casual situation, but you're talking to a lot of people. Welcome to whatever the event is. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you, or thank you for allowing me to share some thoughts with you today. You want to introduce yourself. My name is, and then explain more about yourself. I am a, and tell about your position. Now, if it starts with a consonant, you'd say I am a something. At the company or institution or organization, something like that. In its location. For example, someone might say, I am a science professor at the University of Texas in Austin, Texas. That's your introduction. But what if you're the only one in that position? Then it changes a little bit. My name is Dr. John Jones. I am the something, and I'm the only one. Of, instead of at, the company or institution or organization. And then the location, in wherever it's located. For example, now I made up this company, I don't think it exists, but I am the president of Computers Incorporated in Dallas, Texas, because I'm the only president. President of is part of my title, so I use of. But if I'm one of many professors, I'm a professor at somewhere. You're not the only one. Then you give your speech. I'm not doing the speech part, but at the end, you maybe want to say, I hope you have found this helpful or informative, maybe, or something like that. And then you usually want to say some kind of thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention, or thank you for your time and attention. Now, in future videos, the subject will be on phrases and sentences to use in the conversation itself, which is the main idea of this series. But I wanted to start off with the beginning and the end because those are more traditional. The conversations in the future might be about describing something or someone, or saying what is happening, or what happened, or what will happen, or what may or may not happen. Maybe it will be about explaining facts or opinions or something like that. It will also include more complex sentences about reasons and causes and relationships between events or ideas, and more things. There are a lot of possibilities. A note: it will really help me prepare future videos if you will share in the comments the areas where you need more help, especially situations where you need to speak and understand American English. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.